Oh, this is exactly what I need. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Morning With Me. It's, you know, early. And I'm feeling extra groggy this morning because unfortunately I had a little bit too much coffee last night and was up editing until 3 a.m., which is not my normal go to bed time. I try to always go to bed at midnight so that I can get at least 6 hours of sleep, but you know, it's a 3-hour sleep morning. Booyah. I'm really excited for this video because it is going to be another Drive With Me video. I haven't done a Drive With Me video in a while, and I know you guys really enjoy these, and it is the perfect time to do one because I am actually in Colorado right now. I am in beautiful, snowy Colorado, and when I say it's snowy, I am not exaggerating. There's literally like, how many inches? I think in total it was 18 inches of snow that we got last night. Definitely not in Hawaii anymore. But honestly, it's beautiful. Colorado is my next favorite place in the world besides Hawaii. There is just so much natural beauty here. The snow is amazing, so I've been spending a lot more time here just in a little winter escape. And I thought I would take you guys on a drive with me because y'all already know that I love driving. It's like my, you know, therapy, that's the word I was looking for. It's like my therapy. I've always loved it in Hawaii, and I love driving in Colorado. It is so beautiful with the mountains and everything. And there's a lot of stuff I want to talk to you guys about. Why I'm in Colorado, how it's been in 2022, what's been going on in this noggin, realizations. I just feel like 2022 is the year of realizing things, you know? And I'm gonna be taking you guys on an adventure. But first, I'm gonna drink this coffee and then I'll lead you through my skincare routine, which is thankfully sponsored by Rovectin. Thank you so much, Rovectin, for sponsoring this video. And honestly, just updating you guys on where I am in life because I feel like so much has happened since the last time I've done just like a, you know, catch up with me video. And why not do it in the snow? So low key, this is gonna be like the most dangerous drive with me video I'll probably ever do because normally when it snows, where I am in Colorado, I don't leave the house. Well, I don't leave the house, period. But I especially don't leave the house when it snows. I've just had one too many experiences of sliding out in my car and panicking, thinking I was going to die. But I'm thinking it's gonna be okay to drive today because it stopped snowing last night and the sun has been out for a little bit. Who knows, this may be an almost die with me video. Stay tuned. Let's go. So of course I'm starting out the day with my skincare routine, and one thing I have to say is that my skin is dry in Colorado. So I like to really focus on products that add hydration into my skin, and I'm really thankful that this video is sponsored by Rovectin. First, the Lotus Calming Toner all over my face for a base layer. One of the reasons I love Rovectin products is because of the concentration of Lotus that they use. It's a great ingredient for soothing the skin, its antioxidant ability, and of course, hydration. I'm then following up with the activating treatment lotion for a boost of hydration on my dry cheek areas before I go in with a moisturizer. This one has a thicker consistency to better handle the dryness of my cheeks. If you've watched any of my videos from the last year, you know that I'm constantly talking about the Rovectin Lotus Water Cream. It's one of my favorites and even made it into my best moisturizers of 2021 video. I am obsessed with using this one, both in Hawaii and in Colorado. I love that it has a lightweight gel consistency that can handle any heat or humidity as I'm out and about, but it's also deeply hydrating so my skin isn't left feeling dry throughout the day. Colorado is one dry place, and I've used this moisturizer regularly to get that perfect balance. All the products are fragrance-free, amazing for sensitive skin, and if you're interested in getting any of these products, Rovectin is offering an awesome deal. If you follow the link in my description box, each of these products are discounted by 25% for you guys. And if you want to get a set or a bundle, there's already a 10% discount. So with the additional 25% discount, that's a total of 35% off. What a deal. Okay, I'm finally in my car and I am running very behind schedule, so I kind of had to take a bunch of things off the to-do list. I have to go to the airport after this because I'm flying to Los Angeles to host World Water Day with Thirst Project, which I'm super excited about. And originally I was, you know, just gonna take an Uber there so that way I didn't have to park my car. Because I'm running so behind, I just figured why not take everything with me, and I'm just gonna go to the airport and park. The agenda is first, not to die driving in the snow. I'm kind of scared. I mean, you guys saw how much snow there is. It's crazy. But the sun is really strong today. Everything seems to be melting pretty quickly. I saw the sidewalk steaming, so you know, that's a good sign. Hopefully I won't die. But let's go on this adventure. Okay, this is gonna be the scariest part because this is where the most snow is. Ooh. Oh. I made it past where the most snow is, so we're good. Being up here in the trees means that the snow does get pretty intense. Okay, story time before we get into the conversation. This part right here is where I had one of my scariest snow driving experiences. Basically, it was the day after it had both rained and snowed, and it had gone to below freezing temperatures, which of course means that there's gonna be really slippery ice on the road. And the speed limit on this road is 25 miles per hour. I thought I was being safe by taking it 15 miles per hour. Well, that was not the case, ladies and gentlemen. I apparently took the corner way too fast, ended up completely losing grip, crashed into the side on the edge of this ledge that drops off the side, and the car was kind of balancing on the ledge. People stopped to help, but basically the only way to get out of it was to drive off the ledge into this field. And so I did, but when I drove off the field, I hit something. And this was literally 3 hours after I purchased the car. It was a whole mess. Anyway, we are on our way to probably my favorite parts of Colorado. I love this area so much. It's just so gorgeous and has just this, I don't know, like spiritual awakening type of vibe to it. Even though I'm not really that spiritual of a person, I love it. And the drive there is absolutely gorgeous because it's so beautiful. Just the snow-capped mountains and the trees and everything. It's stunning. So I know some of you guys are probably wondering, and I've seen your comments asking, Hyram, why the hell are you spending so much time in Colorado? You know, I absolutely love Hawaii. Like, I cannot imagine my life without Hawaii because it brings me so much peace. But you know, recently I've had to do a lot of travel for work, and it's meant that a good 5 months out of the year, I just live out of a hotel room. Which, you know, hotels can be fun, but when you're spending like 5 months out of the year kind of confined in a hotel room, it really is not the best for my mental health. I really thrive being in areas with open space, with nature. I don't really like feeling trapped or in the hub of the city. I've come to learn that I really am a person who just likes to be disconnected and kind of away from people, isolated, a hermit, if you will. And with that as well, I realized, Hyram, you have spent 7 years of your life in Hawaii. You have spent all of your adult life in Hawaii, and you know, I'm getting to age 26, so the late 20s and 30s are creeping up on me. And I was thinking to myself, like, do I really want to spend all of my time in one place? As much as I love Hawaii, growing up, I was always the person that was like, I want to live in so many different places. I want to be moving every other year. I want to live in a bunch of other locations. And while that's not necessarily me now, I recognize, like, I don't want to spend all of my time in Hawaii and in a hotel room. So I thought to myself, what if I were to have like a little resting spot, like somewhere in the mainland where when I have to travel for work, I can be there. It's a short flight to everything and not a 7 to 12 hour flight like it is from Hawaii, and you know, get to experience someplace else while also being able to experience Hawaii. Honestly, that's kind of been the dream for me, and so recently I've been spending a lot of time in Colorado, kind of my midpoint when I have to do work travel so that I don't have to, you know, fly so far from Hawaii, but I don't have to completely say goodbye to Hawaii. At least in the near future, cannot imagine that because I love Hawaii so much. That being said, I have noticed that being in Hawaii was kind of raising my stress levels and my unhappiness levels a lot, and it has nothing to do with the, you know, amazingness and beauty of Hawaii, but as I've expanded my business and I've hired people and, you know, have started to manage people and manage a team, it's definitely raised my stress and anxiety levels a lot. And I'm someone who's a natural introvert. I love being able to not interact with people for a while. Like, I really need my alone time, and I was finding that in Hawaii, being around my team, being in the office, go 24/7 was kind of starting to take a toll on my mental health. And in making this shift where I'm spending more time in Colorado by myself, I've noticed such a significant improvement in my mental health because it allows me to just clear my mind, get away from the stressors, get away from the anxiety, just basically have time to be alone with my thoughts and kind of recharge in order to be able to better handle the time that I'm in Hawaii. And I have the most amazing team in the world. Like, I love them so much. They are all incredible, but you know, my personality is just that I need some alone and recharge time. Oh my God, did I take the wrong turn? Well, in true drive with me fashion, I have already missed an exit, so what else do you expect when you drive with me? This happens every time. So that's basically the reason why I've been spending so much time in Colorado, for any of you guys who've been wondering. If you live in Denver or in the surrounding cities and you see me out and about, please come and say hi. I would love to meet you in person. I haven't really gotten to engage with the Colorado fam, so I'm really excited to meet you guys, so please don't hesitate. Okay, so I won't keep the secret any longer. The place we are going to is called Red Rocks. It's technically a state park, but it's also an amphitheater. And my first time here, I actually got to see one of my friends. He's an incredible DJ, Said the Sky, and it was truly a magical experience. Like, one of the best shows, if not the best show I have ever seen in my life. And it's because it's in the most naturally beautiful location. One of the prettiest places I've ever seen. And I am super excited to take you guys because when it snows, that's when it's like most beautiful. And I've only been here in the snow once. Okay guys, I'm missing literally so many turns. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, I just took the wrong turn and now it's saying it's gonna take 30 minutes to get there when in actuality it's literally like a 2-minute drive away. So I'm gonna turn around. Wow, it's so gorgeous. It's so beautiful. So we'll just take the scenic route and hopefully not be late to the airport. I cannot miss this flight. So anyway, how are y'all doing? How are the kids? How's the fam? That's awesome. How's the mental health? How's life? Comment down below. I want to see you guys' life thoughts, experiences, all that stuff. Let's just like for a minute talk about how 2022 has been, because I am not gonna lie, y'all, the beginning of 2022 was fucking brutal. That was one of the hardest months for me mentally and emotionally that I've had in my entire life. And honestly, after talking to a lot of my friends, everyone kind of had the same experience. Like, I feel like January was just a shitty month. It was really difficult, and to be honest, my depression has not been as bad as it was in January as I have experienced in years. It was really tough for me mentally. And for a while I couldn't figure out like why I was so depressed and why I was struggling so much. But I think in a lot of ways, truthfully, it was just because I had lost hope. I'd kind of given up, you know? For a long time I couldn't figure out why. And as, you know, we've gotten into February and now we're in March, I've gotten a little bit more clarity as to why my depression was so bad. One of the first things, and something that has really helped, is that actually, you know, for the first time in my life, I have started medication along with therapy. Well, you know, I've been doing therapy for a long time, but I recently got on a medication that's pretty common. You know, a lot of people are on it. That has really helped me a lot. I noticed a significant improvement in my mental health once I, you know, started to get on this medication. So shout out to her, shout out to the meds. I've always been one to be very cautious when it comes to medication, but you know, at this point in my life, I felt like it was a really good move, and I'm really grateful I've done it because it significantly helped my mental health in a lot of ways. But beyond that, I noticed that a lot of my depression and stress was really due to my heavy tie to work. I noticed for a lot of people, and for definitely myself, we put heavy pressure and expectations of success, goals, accomplishing dreams without really, you know, evaluating our true fundamental happiness. That we kind of ignore the underlying reality of our happiness. It's hard to take a real look at ourselves and identify if we're actually happy when we're so caught up in the expectations of capitalism and the society that we live in, which is always hyper-fixated on success. And that's any capacity. That's not just financial success. Even being obsessed with accomplishments and dreams and status. All of these things that occupy our minds so heavily that we don't really take a step back and look at ourselves and recognize if we're actually happy or not. And I've realized that was one of the biggest factors in, you know, me struggling with depression so much at the beginning of the year, because I will admit, I have always been an extremely goal-oriented person. And that was always something I was really proud of because I felt like that was the most important thing you could do with your life. But in reality, a lot of it is due to the fear of failure. Not to get too into therapy session, but you know, I didn't grow up in a safe home environment where I felt like I could freely express myself, and the overhanging fear of abandonment and not having any money, being homeless, were all very real fears at one point in my life. And it kind of spearheaded this obsession with accomplishing goals and the belief that if I just accomplish my goals and dreams, then I will be happy. Because that's the most important thing a person can do. And I want to be careful about how I talk about this because truthfully, I am so grateful for my life. But for me, being able to experience all of these incredible things I never even expected to be able to do, the most incredible opportunities, once you have passed through the exhilaration and the high that you kind of get out of experiencing those things, you're left with the reality of facing yourself saying, I've accomplished everything I wanted to, but why am I still not happy? Why do I still feel so depressed and anxious about the future if I've been able to do everything that I really set out to do? And I know that a lot of people would probably be like, boo-hoo, cry me a river, and I get that, I understand that. I'm not expecting anyone to feel pity for me at all, please do not. But truthfully, I think why I felt so distraught is that I lost the one thing that had carried me through all the most difficult, hard, horrifying experiences in my life, and that's hope. All of my hope from childhood resided in my own belief that I would be able to accomplish the goals and the dreams that I set out to. That is the one thing that carried me through. Okay, we're here, I'm so excited. Let me take you guys on a field trip. You can even see Denver all the way over there. Okay, Just finished at Red Rocks. It was so pretty with the snow. It's beautiful. But in the middle of filming, I realized I am a dumbass. Like always, I am currently speeding to the airport. I will be barely making it on time. Honestly, I don't even get too stressed about it at this point because this happens every single time. I feel like I'm leaving early and then I barely make it on time. So it's okay. I'll just get a little jogging exercise in. Okay, so update. There's like 5-mile-per-hour traffic, and I've never hit traffic before at this time of day. It's a really random time of the day. Now I am starting to stress because yeah, I'm starting to stress. Anyway, to continue the deep conversation that I was having before, hope was the only consistent throughout my life. It was the only thing that carried me through, even when I knew people wouldn't be there for me, when I was going through all my mental health challenges, going through trauma or resolving trauma. Hope was the only constant that I could rely on. And that hope was rooted in my goals and dreams. Like, I unfortunately, really subscribe to the belief that if I accomplish my goals, if I set my mind to something and I achieve it, then I'm going to be content. Then I'm going to be happy. And honestly, what an incredible gift that I am able to live the life that I do. I'm so fortunate. I'm so blessed. I feel so grateful for everything that I have. And yet in the midst of that, what I've learned through accomplishing my goals is that I was so hyper fixated and preoccupied with building my dreams and building my goals that I never actually took the time to think about if I was actually happy. And the rude awakening I've had is that in the dust of getting to the dream life that you've always wanted, it's not the accomplishments, the goals, and the dreams that provide happiness. It's really just the simple things in life. During January, I was reflecting on this and I was just like, why am I feeling this way? I should be the happiest person in the world. I should be so grateful for everything. And I posed myself with a question: Hyram, what are the happiest experiences in your life? Like, what are the moments that you look back on that provided the most value to your life? And interestingly enough, they were not the accomplishments and the achievements and reaching goals like I thought they would be. It was the simple moments: spending quality time with people I love, spending time in nature, meals, discovering new music, going to the beach. All of those moments provided more happiness to me than the majority of the accomplishments that I had worked so hard throughout the course of my life to achieve. And of course, this isn't me saying that goals are inherently worthless. Obviously, there's so much value in that. But in that moment, it helped me realize that my unhealthy obsession with work, hyperfixating on goals, all of that stress, worry, and turmoil that I had put myself through didn't inevitably result in moments where I felt the happiest. And honestly, I did not like that realization. I don't like thinking in that way because my brain is so accustomed to always be focused on the next thing, the next project, the next dream, never enough. Over the past few months, I've really started to change my actions and spend more time doing those things that have brought me the most happiness. Would I say I'm a happy person? No, not necessarily. I'm working on it, but I'm really investing more time into the things that I know have brought me happiness in the past. Oh, we're 3 minutes ahead of schedule. Woo! There we go. Every fucking minute counts when it comes to going to the airport. So honestly, I encourage you to ask yourself the same question. Think about the moments where you felt the happiest, the moments that brought you the most joy, and invest time into those things. Balance your life instead of being so focused on the pressures of our society to constantly be improving and constantly be successful. So what does that look like for me? I've been spending more time in nature. I recently picked up surfing, and you guys, I am obsessed with surfing. Like, it is the one thing that I look forward to the most every single day. Being out in the ocean, exercising, watching the sunset as you're catching a wave, it is like the best feeling ever. And I try to go every other day, but I'm really wanting to start going every day, for when I'm in Hawaii. I've been spending a lot more time with friends, whereas a lot of times before I just wouldn't engage with friends to avoid their disappointment of me rejecting their invites because I'm always working. Now I actually try and prioritize friendship time. I've been going to music events and music festivals because that brings me a lot of joy. Like, I always love being able to see some of my favorite DJs, dance, have fun. So that's something I've been doing more as well. And also just not constantly beating myself up about not being productive, allowing myself to have rest time. That's something I want to work on, learning how to really rest. And it's been really helping so far. And I feel like a lot of you guys are able to relate. Oh, speaking of music events, I am going to one tonight, and it's actually crazy because I'm seeing Set the Sky. It's going to be so freaking cool. But it's crazy because I was at Red Rocks today, which is the first place I ever saw Set the Sky. If you guys know Set the Sky, his music is incredible. If you want to, cry and cry and cry and cry some more. I was bawling at Red Rocks when I first saw him, and I'm really excited to see him tonight. We've been able to meet up in person. He's a great, really, really kind guy. I highly recommend you guys go support him. Okay, so I'm actually fuming right now because the directions told me to go west. So I stupidly followed the map directions and missed the exit, and now it's added 5 minutes onto my travel time. I'm stressing, bro. Welcome to Stress with Hyram, where you get to see me on the verge of a mental breakdown. Another red light? You've got to be kidding me. I'm running. So I found a parking spot. It's far away, but I think if I run, I'll be able to make it.